In this video, I'm going to show you how to fix the camber on a 2013 Chrysler 200. So if you look at the rear wheels from the back, they're really tipped in at the top. Now they should have a little bit of negative camber. So straight up and down would be 0, and then negative would be the top of the tires tipping in. Positive would be the tires going out. So if you look at this vehicle from the back, the tires are sitting like this. And these adjustable camber links will go here at the top, push that tire out to get it back in the factory spec. Now if you go from the ground up to the top of the wheel, you kind of got to do some trigonometry, and you can figure out that the wheels should only be in about 1/4 of an inch. So I have a square sitting on the floor. We can check it out and see where it's at. I have a very large framing square coming 90 degrees right off the floor. And if we come up and look right there, the gap between the tire and the square right here, as you can see, I can get my finger through it. That should only be 1/4 of an inch. And the only way to fix that is with the adjustable camber links. In order to replace these upper camber links, you need to take your tire off. And I like to just slide it right underneath the back of the car just for some added safety. I've got a jack and a jack stand. And if we come up right here, that is the factory camber link right there. And then it goes a little bit to the back, right in there. And that's what we're going to be replacing. So we need to remove those 2 bolts and pull that one out. Now to remove this bolt, we need a 18mm socket and open end wrench. You can use a socket on both sides or an impact if you have one. I spray it with a little bit of WD-40, or if you have some PB Blaster. It just helps lubricate the threads a little bit as you loosen this. Right now for the inside, it's a little bit tougher than the outside, but I have an open end wrench right here. And then I have my ratchet right here. Once you spray it down with some type of rust penetrant, they come out pretty easy. All right, once you got both bolts out, this will slide right out. The old control arm. Now what happens is this bushing gets all wore out, and as it wears out, it comes to the inside, and that's what creates the off camber of the wheel. So now what we can do is I can stick the bolt through the centers here and here. That's going to give me the exact hole-to-hole dimension, but we need it to be about 1/4 of an inch longer. So then I'll just rotate this until this extends 1/4 inch past the old one. So I have the bolt through back here to kind of give me a hole-to-hole kind of start. And then I've unscrewed here and here to lengthen the camber arm. And as you can see, I'm about 1/4 inch longer than this original one right here. So I'm going to use that, stick it back in place. And then you do need to tighten up these 2 lock nuts once you get it into place. All right, I have the camber arm in place and I have the bolts in place. I have that one inside there as well. So now I just need to put the nuts on and tighten it up. Need to tighten up this locking nut right here. And you tighten up the one on this side as well. Now we can go ahead and put the wheel back on, and we're going to torque it to 100 foot-pounds. Jack stand out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and lower it all the way down. Alright, so now that the car is lowered back down, I've got my framing square up there again. And if you can see my finger as a reference, remember my finger would go through that gap before, and now we've taken out about half of that. So that should be about 200 thousandths or a little less than 1/4 of an inch of gap, which is what it is. This side's good to go. We'll go ahead and do the other side. Do basically the same thing on the passenger side. Now I like to soak down the bolts with that penetrant and let it sit about 10 minutes. So we have this front one here. If I can zoom in, we have that back one right there. That one looks a little rustier than the other side. So we're going to leave this sit for about 10-15 minutes, come back, and then break the nuts and bolts loose. And now this project is complete. That's how you adjust the rear camber on a Chrysler 200. It should be the same from about 2011 to 2014. After they get about 80,000 miles and up, that camber just becomes too much and you need to correct it. Things just start getting worn out, bushings are worn out. This is a quick and easy way to do it. Now if you want to get a four-wheel alignment done, they can perfect it and get your car running down the street laser straight. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.